Alright, what's going on everybody? Junior with S.O.T Metalworks coming at you with another fine, outstanding video straight from the S.O.T Metalworks compound. That's what we're talking about. But yeah, today we're doing a custom logo for a gentleman. I believe it says Fit 50 on it. It was their logo for their company, getting it squared away and taken care of. Got some awesome looking metallic paint in this one. Got some extremely small pieces in this one. As you can see, trying to fish a few of these out here as we speak. Got a magnet on a stick, so hopefully that works out okay. But yeah, you guys stick with us. We got you set up on the ShopSabre CNC plasma table here. Going to cut this out of some 14 gauge metal. See how she turns out. So you guys come along for the ride. We'll see what happens. All right, ladies and gents, a little different process here. Lots and lots of small parts and pieces on this Fit 50 sign. I'm telling you, there is some little bitty pieces, but got them all recovered. Got everything squared away. ShopSabre was hit or miss here with this. It was more the operator than anything. We took our little fandy dandy magnet on a stick here and fished everything out. I kind of did 2 or 3 at a time. That's why the video may or may not have cut in and out there just a little bit. But I'd do 2 or 3 small parts, reach in there and fish everything out. Worked out pretty good. Not too bad. This is one of the smaller pieces and parts signs that we have cut.
Really excited to see how this goes together. This kind of trial by fire here. Told the guy I can do it, and by George, we're going to get her done. So, all right, let's get her all cleaned up, see what happens. All right, guys, we are out and about getting the Fit 50 sign. So this is going to be a metallic color. Getting a little bit of our etching solution on there to get the mill scale off. If you guys haven't seen my videos in the past where I go over this, go back and check them out. But hopefully I can get a link to them up here in the corner or something, maybe, hopefully. But hey, I tell you what, it is a bright, sunny day up here in Kentucky. Goodness gracious, it's cold, but it's bright and sunny, so that's one thing. All right, we'll get this one all etched up, get all our mill scale off here, and see what happens here shortly. I mean, shouldn't take long for this stuff to get this mill scale off here, and then we can get back to work. All right, ladies and gents, back in here in the shop. Got our Fit 50 small parts and pieces here. I'm gonna give you a little tip. If you don't have one of these magnetic chucks, these things are outstanding. And I've got a video, if you go back a little piece on what this is, what we do with it on the But yes, that makes it extremely. All right, the camera shut off there for just a second. I don't know what happened there, but whatever it may be. But back to the magnetic chuck. Man, this thing is fantastic when it comes to these small parts. All right, let's get the rest of these ground up, cleaned up. Then we'll get over here and see what we got going on next. You just never know with us. All right, ladies and gents, we are back on the Fit 50 sign. Another day, another sign. Yeah. So after sleeping in on this one, yeah, we're gonna ixnay and start all over. All right, start all over. Yes. So what are we going to do now? Well, I'm not liking how these small pieces are. I mean, there's too many small pieces and parts. I mean, these jokers are just. By the time I get some of my double-sided tape on there, these lines are thin. I don't think it's going to show up as good. I hate doing this, but we're going to start all over. We're not going to use any of this, but we are going to utilize this. We are going to go back, primer this up, see how it looks and everything. This is going to be our backer. So our backer is going to be one color, so our letters shine through. And we're going to cut the bird out separate and put it on the front. So we're going to have backer color. This will be a different color. We'll have our metallic blue on top of it. Then we'll have our bird on top of it. It's going to be just a touch heavy. I was going to take and cut out a square here where we don't have the Fit 50. The back's primered. We got metallic on the front. Right now I can primer and save myself some money. And do it the right way. I feel this way we're fixing to do it is going to be the right way. I don't feel this is the right way. I really don't see this is going to turn out a great product. I know without a shadow of a doubt, once we do this in white, then we make another plate to go on top of it, put the bird on top of it. It'll be a 3-piece sign. The customer will get a tremendously better product. I'll feel better about it. I'll feel more happy. And I think the customer is going to love it once he sees it. So, that being said, we're going to bite the bullet. We wait the little metal over there, cutting the Fit 50 over there. Not a tremendous deal. We still get to utilize the backer. So, hopefully it's not too heavy when we get done. It's, what is this, 14 inches by 14 inches, so I don't see that being an issue. I think it's going to be light enough. There's not going to be any problems there, but we are going to scrap our pieces and parts here. All right, so let's get over and get back to cutting. Get this joker done just perfect. Not just so-so, just we got to make this perfect. See, that's the bad part about doing the signs in different steps and days. It gives me time to think, and I'm always thinking about bigger and better ways. So, hey, good for the customer, sometimes not good for me. Got to eat the scrap price there just a little bit, but hey, scrap's up, so when that goes in a bin, maybe I'll get a couple cents back on it. So, all right, let's get after it. All right, guys, there she is right off the table. So, yeah, those parts and pieces, I've got one small part to deal with, one so-so part to deal with. The Falcon, or the, oh man, what do they call that? What is it? The Phoenix. The Phoenix bird there. I believe that's what that is. And we don't have to deal with all this. So, this piece will go inside this piece. Like so-so, or so, I can't remember. And you'll be able to see everything. Once it's on the backer, it'd be very, very easy to tell what's going on here. But that eliminated a whole bunch of small pieces. I did take and draw me some lines down through here, so it connected these small pieces with the Phoenix. I believe that was the right thing to do. I know it did change the logo just a touch, but I don't believe it's enough that anybody's ever really gonna notice, if that makes any sense. Hard deal when you're working with these logos, trying to get everything to stay the same, yet get the metal to work the way it's supposed to. So, prime example, the O there. So, yeah, we'll get it squared away. Won't be an issue. All right, ladies and gents. So we've got our metallic front piece here on our Fit 50. We've got our white backer. You can still see just a little bit of the curves where we repurposed this. I think it's going to be perfectly fine, though. I don't see there's going to be an issue. Fairly small area. We got here, of course, the center goes in like so for the O. So it's a fairly small area. What are we using to put this together? Gorilla double-sided tape. This stuff is awesome. If you guys have watched our channel any way, shape, or form for any length of time, you've probably seen me use this stuff before. Just a really all-around great product. Firm believer in this stuff. I'm gonna take my finger off. This stuff has held up good for us over the years. No complaints, no issues, no failures to speak of as of yet. Let's keep our fingers crossed on that, but yes, working mighty fine. All right, let's get this together and see what happens. All right, so we don't have the Phoenix yet. It is still in the drying phase, but got our double-sided tape on there. This is our metallic front piece. No rehearsals here, it's just straight and to the point, and hope you get it correct the first time. There is no take backs with this one, so got to get her placed just so. Oh, I got it off just a touch, but I think it's gonna be okay. Oh, that stuff is tough. Ugh. All right, don't get your greasy fingers on everything. Keep your greasy fingers off everything. All right, step one, complete. See, doesn't that look a whole lot better? It's just, It is a little bit heavy, not gonna lie, little heavy. Don't like that aspect of it, but now we gotta get this proportioned in here correctly. Shouldn't be too terrible, I wouldn't think. Center of the O. Not perfect, but not terrible. Kind of glistens a little bit, but it's gonna have part of the Phoenix in there, so it's gonna hard to match up fairly good, not too terrible. All right, like I said, we're waiting on the Phoenix to dry, so it'll be tomorrow for us, but this will be just a second for you guys, and we'll get this one the rest of the way squared away. All right, back on the Fit 5.0 sign. Getting a little double-sided tape laid down on here. Got the Phoenix all ready to go. Cut me some slivers of tape here. Get the backing peeled off of that. We'll get her on there and see just how this one's going to turn out. Now, like I said before, we would use epoxy or something like that for these small pieces. But guys, that stuff is extremely aggravating. It wants to, you guys can just imagine putting two flat pieces of steel together with epoxy. That stuff runs out the sides and everything. And it just sometimes does not turn out a great product. But we got her all painted up here, the Phoenix. This is the colors the gentleman wanted. So, that being said, get everything just lined up just so here. Nice and pretty and perfect. You guys can tell, got one little spot here I wanted to line up, and then one little spot over here I wanted to line up. I knew it was right where it needed to be at. For the plasma table, it doesn't, when I looked at it on the plasma table, it doesn't look quite centered, but I went back and checked everything. Everything was dead on the way it's supposed to be. Got our little piece here. All right. So the Fit 5.0 is on there like a champ. So everything pretty squared away. Like I said, doesn't look lined up, but as far as the logo he sent me, everything fits just like it's supposed to. All right, ladies and gents, there you go, the Fit 5.0, looking mighty spectacular. I think we hit this one now. The park, the shop lights, of course, are not doing that joker justice whatsoever, but yes, fantastic. Can't thank the gentleman enough for ordering that one. That was outstanding. You guys seen me kind of mess up there a little bit. I went in one direction, didn't like the way things were going with that direction, and we went another direction. So I don't know, looks pretty good to me. What do you guys think? Leave us a comment down there and let us know. But yes, hopefully that kind of showed you what we can do, what we can't do there with some of these logos. Sometimes they're a little difficult, a little hard to do. Things they just work out a little different for each side. Didn't like the direction we were going with the all the little small parts and pieces cut out. It might have turned out all right, but I think this turned out better. I'm not sure. It made a little heavier sign. I understand that part, added a little weight to it, but I think we turned out a better product. So it's just part of doing business. Sometimes you just got to make things differently. All right, guys, we're gonna cut on out of here. It's cold over here in this side of the shop. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. Everything's going fine and outstanding, just like it should. But yeah, that's all we got, guys. Remember, work smarter, not harder. We'll catch y'all later. Thanks for tuning in.